Hi everyone, welcome to my green closet. So today I want to talk about some of the psychology behind why we love to shop and why fast fashion in particular is so appealing. I think if we can better understand how our brains work, it really helps us to control and manage some of those desires and impulses to buy more stuff. So I think we've all heard that our brains feel pleasure from buying stuff, but it's a bit more complicated than that. First, there is the anticipation of shopping, and dopamine is actually released in the brain just by the anticipation of a reward. And there's some evidence to show that more dopamine is released if the reward isn't guaranteed. So for example, your girlfriends invite you out shopping, your brain is already releasing dopamine in anticipation of buying something. And if you don't know that you'll for sure find something, you might be getting even more dopamine. The anticipation dopamine also relates to shopping online because if you've ordered something and you're waiting for it to arrive, that triggers this dopamine. So when you're shopping and you see something you like, the pleasure parts of your brain are active. But then two other parts of your brain also become active. The prefrontal cortex, which is associated with decision-making, lights up, and also the insula, which is an area associated with processing pain. So what psychologists say is happening is your brain is weighing the pleasure of buying the new item versus the pain of parting with your money. And this is why fast fashion in particular is so easy to buy, because with that pain-pleasure weighing, it can so easily tip to pleasure when you're only spending a few dollars. And this is also why switching to slow fashion can be really difficult, and why almost everyone experiences sticker shock, because the prices are higher, and if you're spending $100 on something, you really have to weigh it and make sure it's the right decision, and that pain part of your brain is going to be very active in that decision. So it's a very different shopping experience, and one that isn't just full of pleasure and reward feelings. And this is also why sales are so appealing, because we're paying less, therefore there is less pain, but also we like to compare things and look for greater value. Something that is on sale means we can get a perceived greater value for less money, which gives us more pleasure. We also get loss aversion with sales, so there is a fear that if we don't buy it now, we might never be able to. And that threat of loss actually makes us overvalue the item. Plus, there are also all kinds of marketing tricks happening, and even things like how the stores are laid out and what type of music is playing. Everything is designed to play with our brains and get us really excited about shopping. There is actually a lot of manipulation going on to get you to buy stuff, and I'll link a really interesting article below more about this, and also some more articles and resources so you can read more about the psychology of shopping. And this is why shopping can even become addictive, and why retail therapy is a thing, and why some people even compare shopping to a drug high. So as you can see, if you want to stop shopping or shop more consciously, you're essentially fighting your brain and your natural instincts, because fast fashion is designed to be something that our brains just love. So what can we do? First, I think it's really important to recognize that it isn't easy to change these habits. It takes work, and it's natural to feel these desires to want to shop, and also for the decision to maybe spend more money on something to be very difficult. Also, nobody's perfect. We're all just trying our best, and if you are trying to change your shopping habits, don't be hard on yourself. Here are some things I think can help though. First, just stop going into fast fashion stores and unfollow brands that you don't want to support. Out of sight, out of mind. It really is a lot less tempting to buy stuff when you don't even see it. Remember your why. So whatever reason you have for wanting to shop more consciously, remind yourself of that. So whether it's you want to not support sweatshops, you want to reduce your environmental impact, maybe you want to have a simpler wardrobe, or you want to reduce your waste. Whatever it is that motivates you, if you are tempted to buy something, remind yourself of those reasons, and that can really help tip those pain-pleasure scales. So for example, if you see something and it's really cute and cheap, your pleasure is going to be really up there. But then if you remind yourself that it might have been made in a sweatshop and the polyester fibers are going to contribute to ocean pollution, that can help you rein in some of that excitement and pleasure and help you make a more rational decision. Another tip, which I've talked about quite a bit, is to replace shopping with other fun activities. So because shopping gives us pleasure, a lot of people do it for fun. So an easy thing to do is replace shopping with other things you enjoy. And I have a video about 10 things to do instead of shopping, which I will link up in the cards. Shop with a list. This can really help keep you focused and not get tempted with impulse purchases. Also, enjoy the process of shopping consciously. So remember how we get dopamine from the anticipation of buying something? Well, you can still get that dopamine from thinking about a new piece that you'd really like to add to your wardrobe and browsing conscious brands or hunting through your local thrift stores. You can still get some of those same pleasure sensations shopping for one piece instead of 10 fast fashion items. In the same way we can help balance out some of those pleasure feelings by remembering our why, we can also help balance out some of those pain feelings by considering the benefits. So is the fabric better quality? Maybe it's locally or ethically made, maybe it uses sustainable materials, or maybe it's a brand that you really believe in and want to support. Whatever those benefits are for you, reminding yourself of those things can hopefully help ease some of that sticker shock. And my final tip is to shop secondhand, because you can still get all of those fast fashion shopping pleasure feelings of buying clothes at cheaper prices, but without supporting the unsustainable and unethical brands. And you're also making use of things that already exist. Anyways, I hope you found this interesting, and as always, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you find it difficult to fight your natural instincts with shopping, or do you have any other tips? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you so much to those of you supporting me on Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one.